In this video, I'll be touching on the various competencies I've chosen for the simulation in week 11, the relevance of them, my chosen forms of measurements, my analysis of my leadership application, and my analysis of my measurement results. Last week, I was put in a group with 5 other classmates to do a simulation, with the simulation being a zombie apocalypse scenario where we, as a group, were a country deciding on decisions to different problems with different outcomes. So my first competency is effective communication, which is a key leadership competency involving not just the words we use, but also tone, body language, and facial expressions, which reveal a leader's intentions. As Clutterbuck and Hurst note, leaders who do not communicate effectively are not really leading at all. Clear communication positively impacts team morale, decision-making, and ethical behavior, especially during times of crises, and helps navigate challenges like conflict resolution. By fostering open communication, leaders build trust and collaboration, empowering team members to contribute ideas and solutions. Active listening goes beyond hearing words. It involves understanding both the content and emotions behind the message. This includes paraphrasing and asking questions to fully grasp what is being communicated. Leaders who practice active listening foster loyalty and boost job satisfaction, innovation, and profitability. Strong listening skills improve communication, making team members feel supported and enhancing trust, leading to a more collaborative and effective team. These competencies are highly relevant to my university experiences and future workplaces. For example, effective communication is crucial in group projects where clear messaging determines collaboration success. Active listening is essential in both academic and professional settings, fostering teamwork and understanding. During the simulation, I prioritized effective communication through several key strategies. First, I ensured to identify objectives at the beginning of the simulation. By clearly outlining what we aimed to achieve, which was to save as many civilians as possible, even if that meant choosing tough decisions, I helped create a focused environment. Having clear shared objectives be verbalized provided clarity and minimized confusion, helping me and my team members with better, more efficient decision-making and facilitating more productive discussions. In addition, I emphasized the importance of being clear when speaking. I made a conscious effort to express my ideas in straightforward language, avoiding jargon or overly complex terms. By checking for understanding and clarifying points as needed, I ensured that everyone was on the same page. Another critical aspect of my communication strategy was my body language. I paid close attention to my posture, aiming to maintain an open stance. For example, I avoided sitting with hunched shoulders or crossing my arms, which can signal defensiveness or an unwillingness to participate. Instead, I leaned slightly forward and kept my arms relaxed to convey approachability and engagement. This nonverbal communication helped create a welcoming atmosphere, fostering trust and openness within the team. One of the key strategies for active listening that I employed was to not interrupt the person speaking or talking over them. By allowing each team member to finish their thoughts, I demonstrated respect for their contributions and encouraged a more inclusive dialogue. I also made a conscious effort to be completely focused on the speaker. This meant eliminating distractions to fully engage with what they were saying. I listened without judgment, refraining from jumping to conclusions before they had finished sharing their opinions. This non-judgmental approach helped foster an environment where team members felt safe to express their thoughts openly, even when they differed from the group. There were instances where I had team members have completely opposing views to me, but I attentively listened to their views and explanations without letting any form of bias get in the way. In addition to verbal engagement, I utilized nonverbal cues to show that I was actively listening. This included nodding in agreement and using verbal affirmations like to encourage the speaker. These cues indicated my attentiveness towards the team. I also made it a point to ask follow-up questions, which not only demonstrated my engagement but also encouraged deeper discussions and clarifications on various topics and decisions. To measure my performance in all my competencies, I conducted post-simulation surveys asking my teammates to rank my abilities on a scale of 1 to 5. This quantitative feedback helped me identify my areas of strength. Additionally, I held interviews after the simulation to gather qualitative insights on how my competencies were perceived by others. These reflections helped provide me with sufficient information for this assignment while also guiding my ongoing development as a leader. My survey score I received was 89% for effective communication. This high score suggests that my ability to convey information clearly and facilitate discussions was well received by my peers. From my interview questions, the feedback regarding my effective communication skills was overwhelmingly positive. Group members highlighted specific instances where my clear and concise communication helped the team understand complex ideas. For example, when we were deciding on the type of government for our simulation, I provided strong reasoning for why totalitarianism was a suitable choice. Zach noted that my clarity made it easy for the team to grasp the points being discussed, which facilitated decision-making. Olivia and Nimol echoed this sentiment, indicating that my explicit statements of reasoning were instrumental in ensuring that everyone understood our options. The collective agreement amongst my team members that my messages were clearly understood reinforces the effectiveness of my communication strategy. Zach mentioned that my directness eliminated any doubts or misunderstanding, leading to satisfaction with our decisions. This feedback indicates that my ability to articulate thoughts clearly not only supported individual understanding, but also fostered a collaborative atmosphere where the team felt confident in the decisions we made together. One way in which I believe I could improve my communication is by speaking slower, allowing team members the necessary time to process the information. My survey score for active listening was 90.7%, indicating that my peers felt I was attentive and responsive to their input. Through my interview questions, I could Through my interview questions, I could see that active listening emerged as another strength during the simulation. Zach pointed out my attentiveness to speakers and my efforts to engage with their points, particularly in discussions like the elimination of infected individuals. This approach demonstrated that I valued others' perspectives, which is crucial for fostering an inclusive environment. Olivia's observation of my use of nonverbal communication techniques, such as direct eye contact and turning my body toward the speaker, highlights my commitment to engaging fully with team members. Importantly, my ability to acknowledge differing viewpoints even when I held a strong opinion was noted by Nimmo. This willingness to listen and adapt contributed to a constructive dialogue within the team. The absence of any feedback indicating a lack of active listening suggests that I successfully maintained focus and respect during discussions, further enhancing team cohesion. Next, I'll be talking about my next two competencies, which is conflict management and collaboration. Conflict arises from incompatible goals or values and can occur when one group's beliefs or actions are opposed by others. How conflict is managed determines whether it's constructive or destructive. Unresolved conflict can hurt productivity, morale, and team cohesion, leading to disengagement and high turnover. However, addressing conflict effectively promotes trust, open communication, and collaboration, allowing individuals to focus on their work and build better relationships. Collaboration is the degree to which team members support and help each other in their work. Effective leadership fosters a collaborative culture by empowering individuals, encouraging social interactions, and promoting participative decision-making, which enhances project outcomes. A collaborative environment develops key skills like communication, teamwork, and critical thinking. It also boosts innovation, performance, and motivation as team members feel valued and supported. This strengthens team cohesion and improves productivity, enabling the group to tackle challenges more effectively. Similar to before, these two competencies are relevant to my university experiences and my future workplace. Moreover, relating it back to Simon 1, being an older sister has made conflict management extremely important in maintaining a healthy, supportive relationship while promoting mutual understanding and respect with my sister. For both collaboration and conflict management, these were competencies that were highly important and useful when I was given a leadership position during my secondary school years to run a musical. During the simulation, I made a concerted effort to effectively manage any potential conflicts within the team. One of the first steps I took was to verbalize and agree on rules for respectful communication in the beginning. This laid a foundation for discussions where everyone felt safe expressing their thoughts without fear of judgment. I emphasized the importance of treating each other with respect, which was crucial for fostering a positive team environment. I also focused on setting aside biases and preconceived notions to create a safe space for open dialogue. By encouraging team members to engage in active listening, I aimed to ensure that everyone felt heard and valued. I made it a point to allow everyone to voice their opinions. For instance, when differing opinions arose for the first scenario in the simulation, I facilitated discussions that enabled each member to express their views fully. We ended up having a peaceful discussion, contemplating everyone's point of view and choosing the best option together as a team. We did not have too many conflicts, but rather differences in opinions, so when that happened, I worked collaboratively with team members to come up with different solutions. This approach not only involved discussing the issues at hand, but also brainstorming multiple perspectives to find common ground. Ultimately, we collectively came to agreeable decisions, ensuring that everyone felt satisfied with the outcomes, even if it required compromise. In addition to managing conflicts effectively, I placed a strong emphasis on collaboration throughout the simulation. I began by clearly defining the goals and objectives of our group, which, as mentioned before, was to choose decisions that saved as many people as possible, no matter how hard the decision was to make. This provided a shared understanding of our mission. This clarity helped align our efforts and ensure that everyone was working towards the same outcomes. Building trust within the team was also a priority for me by facilitating open communication and encouraging team members to share their thoughts freely. This open dialogue allowed everyone to contribute meaningfully to our discussions. I actively invited co-decision making, ensuring that every member felt their input was valuable in shaping our collective decisions. To further enhance collaboration, I encouraged open and constructive feedback. By creating an environment where team members felt comfortable providing feedback to one another, we were able to refine our ideas and improve our decision-making processes. This collaborative atmosphere not only strengthened our team dynamics, but also contributed to the overall success of the simulation. On my survey, I received a score of 89% for conflict management, suggesting that I was generally successful in navigating disagreements that arose during the simulation. The feedback to my interview questions indicated a lack of significant conflict during the simulation, which can be viewed as a success in itself. Zach, Olivia, and Nemo all noted that I managed discussions well, which contributed to rapid conflict resolution when differing opinions arose. Olivia emphasized that my active listening skills played a key role in this process, suggesting that my approach to communication helped prevent conflicts from escalating. While I didn't have specific examples of conflict management to assess, the absence of conflict points to the effectiveness of my leadership in creating a harmonious team environment. In my survey, the highest score was for collaboration at 94.7%, indicating strong recognition from my peers of my ability to promote teamwork. When looking at my qualitative data, Zach highlighted my active participation in discussions which facilitated collective decision-making. This active involvement allowed us to weigh the pros and cons of various options collaboratively. Olivia pointed out that my advocacy for rational choices significantly contributed to our team's success in achieving a lower morality rate within the simulation. My ability to actively listen and provide well-thought-out insights not only enhanced our discussions but also helped us reach conclusions that were ethically sound and aligned with our objectives. Overall, I think I was successful in implementing and showcasing my chosen competencies during the simulation. I personally surprised myself with how much I took charge and stepped up as a leader. I found myself being an emergent leader of the group, which definitely gave me the opportunity to put my chosen competencies to the test. I'm very satisfied with how I performed, and I plan to continue to implement these competencies in my future leadership positions. Thank you.